everyone, welcome to Apex, the more you know. I'm Ashley, the app scientist, and we're going to talk about mounting and centering a crystal. You've put in all this work to grow your crystals. Now what do you do with them? I'm going to show you step by step. Let's zoom into my screen. When you open Apex, you will see a summary of your recent samples. You can open the sample, or you can choose from the plugin you last had open. In this case, it's the View Structure plugin. You can choose to open other recently viewed samples from this bottom bar. To open a new sample, click on the giant plus symbol. This will give you options to start in Structure Now, start with Crystal Centering, start in the Sample Description plugin, or open a new sample without opening any plugins. Let's start with the Sample Description plugin. Here, I will name the sample Chloropropam and click OK. I am immediately taken to the Describe Sample plugin. Enter the name or notebook number of your sample and insert the formula. Your best guess is fine. Now choose your sample's primary color. This sample is colorless. I don't know the dimensions of my crystal yet, so I will skip this part for now. I do know that this sample is a block-like shape. You can choose from the drop-down menu or type in your own description. Click on the center crystal icon. Here is a camera view of your instrument where the sample will be. On the right side panel, on the bottom, click Center. This will move your goniometer to the center position and position the detector at a distance that allows access to the goniometer head. Open the doors of your enclosure and mount your sample. Mounting with your left hand provides more working room. To center the crystal, grab your goniometer key. On one end is a hex wrench. This is the darker solid thin piece. On the other end is a socket wrench, the silver hollow piece. Take the socket wrench side and place it on the top bolt on the part of the goniometer head that is facing toward you. Throughout this procedure, you should only adjust bolts that are facing you. Turning clockwise will move the crystal up, and turning counterclockwise will move the crystal down. This crystal needs to be moved up to be at the same height as the horizontal line in the crosshair overlay. Once the crystal is at the correct height, remove the socket wrench. The crystal now needs to be moved horizontally to overlap with the vertical line. Place the socket wrench on the lower bolt and turn to move the crystal. Remove the socket wrench. Once the crystal is in the center of the crosshairs in this direction, click the Spin Phi 180 degrees button. Always make sure the goniometer key is removed before clicking this button. Here we can tell that the crystal is centered on this axis, but now we need to center on the axis that's perpendicular. Click the Spin Phi 90 button to look down this other direction. Place the socket wrench over this bolt and adjust until the crystal is in the center of the crosshairs. You have now centered your crystal. Now we need to measure the crystal. I like to turn off the crosshairs here so I can see the crystal better. Now click on the Vector tool. Click on the top of your crystal and drag to the bottom of your crystal and release your mouse click. The size of the line you drew will now be listed at the bottom of the screen in micrometers. Take note of this dimension. I like to use the sticky note tool here in the top left. You will need to enter your crystal dimensions in millimeters, so I do my conversion now. To keep the sticky note from hiding when you click elsewhere, click on the push pin. Now click on the right side of your crystal and drag to the left side of your crystal. Note the dimension. Now rotate 90 degrees to get the third dimension. Open the Describe Sample plugin and insert your crystal size from smallest to largest dimension. Now we have a beautifully centered crystal and have entered all of the important sample descriptions, and now you are ready to start collecting data. Are you ready to experience the benefits of Apex for yourself? You can go to brukersupport.com to upgrade. New users, you can request a demo license and see how Apex can transform your lab's workflow. Thank you for joining me, Ashley the App Scientist, on this episode of Apex, The More You Know, where we discovered how to mount and center crystals together. Join us next time for more exciting crystallography. Until then, happy refining.